What's going on, everybody? It's Monkeyfarm, and we are back with another Create Mod tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how I built the Mob Blender and the Mob Squeegee that I built on my Twitch live streams over in my survival world. We had a lot of fun building this. It's obviously fun to watch. Anything that does this to mobs is fun to watch. So kind of been having some fun with this. This is obviously, I kind of rebuilt it in creative world here so I could show you guys everything and fly around it and everything. But so I'm going to show you a couple different things of like what's going on here. Obviously, this is kind of leaky, like spiders are getting out and all that. In a normal situation, you would enclose this, you know, and you don't necessarily need the canopy if you use solid blocks and everything. I did that for lighting. But what we basically have here, if you're familiar with the Create mod, is we have a bunch of linear chassis, and they are all connected every single level. So you can do multiple levels all connected together with a mechanical piston with a bunch of pulls. So 20 blocks, you can really kind of make it, you can make it as big as the mod will let you handle. I don't know how many, if there's a limit to how many piston pulls you can add to it. But basically what's going on here is all these chassis are connected to this piston, and they come over here, and then they go up the wall here like a kind of an E shape. So each level, it just goes up, and you have chassis basically sweeping the mobs off of each level. In my survival world, I did 4 levels. See, the spiders, of course, get over it. You could build 2 levels of chassis, you know, to kind of block it out so the spiders can't hop over it. But with this many mobs, and if you build it up in the sky, you're going to have so many mobs, it doesn't really matter. So I wouldn't even worry about it. Oh, it looks like we have some spiders and bats down there. Anyway, but as you can see, it works pretty well, and we still get a ton of mobs down here. And then this is controlled by a sequence gear shift, and we have wireless redstone from over there on a clock, just sending it back and forth. And then, of course, the blender. We have essentially what is a windmill. It's a mechanical bearing with some radial chassis and then a bunch of drills on the side, and we have it spinning around in a circle continuously, so that all the mobs that come down here will end up in this little blender and get blended into a nice mob smoothie. And then, of course, this is all powered by a little fan back here, and we have 1 gear speed increase, just to speed it up a little bit, because these fans are a little bit slow. If you're not familiar, you didn't see any of my other Create Mod tutorials, this fan right here is powered by fire or steam or, you know, whatever, like campfires, lava, netherrack fire, and then as long as you power it, it's going to be spinning. So, you know, we have our gear shafts. This is going over to power the piston and the sequence gear shift that I showed you a second ago. Then we have shafts going down here, another gearbox, and then this is where the mechanical bearing is that is spinning around. So if any of these parts that I showed you, you don't know what they are, go watch my basics, my Create Mod basics video. And I kind of showed a lot of these different pieces in that, so you'll kind of know what they are. But it's a really cool mod, and there's a lot of just really fun things that you can create and build out of this. I also built a fully automatic bread machine, so it grows the wheat, it harvests it, then it crafts it into bread, all sorts of things. So anyway, of course, I had to build a really killer mob machine, and one of the subs I have on my live stream said this looked like a blender, so that's what we named it. So it was really cool. Is there anything I need to show you how to build? I don't know. I mean, I've kind of shown a lot of this in some of my other videos. I've shown the piston, I've shown the sequence gear shift. Basically, this is like a programmable, you know, box that controls redstone. So we're having it control the piston right here. So basically we're telling it to go out 21 blocks, They were telling it to wait a little bit. They were telling it to come back 21 blocks. So that's really all there is to it. It's super simple. And if you don't understand like what mob farms are or how they work, I have probably 10 or 20 videos on my YouTube channel about that, just like vanilla mob farms and stuff. So if for some reason like you don't understand why mobs are spawning in here and all of that, definitely go check some of those videos out, because that will give you all the info you need to know. But as you can see, this is a 5x5 square, and then the corners are just filled in because the drills don't reach that far. They wouldn't, if the mobs kind of hid in the corner, the drills wouldn't hit them, but every other block now they will. And then I just had water kind of washing off these blocks because otherwise the mobs will just kind of stand here. So anyway, that's how it works. Then we have just a bunch of hoppers collecting all the loot, and there it is. So have fun with it. I don't know why these guys are falling. Obviously, I made this really leaky. Like I said, you would normally enclose all of this, but I wanted to make it all as visible as possible. But yeah, so I am, like I said, I'm live streaming this mod over in a survival world several times a week over on Twitch. And I'm also making some tutorial videos, so if you're not subscribed or whatever, make sure you are, and you'll catch the videos in the future, and that is it for today. So hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time.